Glad to have you with us from the Sun Bowl in the West Texas town of El Paso. Some view this as a reward, others an opportunity to finish on a winning note here in the Sun Bowl. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Houston Cougars. Reese Davis along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. We'll hear from Holly Rowe in a bit down on the sideline. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Oklahoma's offense will go on the attack first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. And you get the idea that he'll be keeping an eye on the kind of day his counterpart is having for their offense.
We've got 2 receivers playing in this game, 2 of the best in the entire country. 2 guys who had an opportunity to go to the next level, but they came back because they knew they had a chance to compete for a national championship. And now, David, we get this game where these guys are going to go head-to-head. They're seniors, they know the system, they have great chemistry with their quarterbacks, and they're ready to put on a show.
And if you don't think they're peeking over to the other side every time they're not on the field, you are absolutely wrong. This is that kind of showdown. This is draft stock jockeying, right? This is the Bolitnikoff at the end of the season. They want to make a name for themselves. Who is the best wide receiver? No better opportunity than to do it head-to-head, and we got that stage today.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you could just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. The give from the gun. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that. But they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. A run for the quarterback. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Takes the easy completion. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him, a little slippery with all those juke moves.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
The Sooners have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. With the catch, it's Harris. Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. The Sooners, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The keeper on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
How about the speed on defense? Offense trying to get tricky, trying to run the quarterback outside, but the pursuit and the speed by this defense, they got to him quick.
Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. To the air, it's Mateer. Got his man. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time play.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Finds the tight end. He'll get it out to the 14 before going out of bounds.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Wegman. That's reeled in, it's Young. Brought down at the 20, it's a first down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. Wants to throw it again. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's open on the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action on first down. Rushes on him. Sends it downfield. Makes the catch down the right side. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Finds his big tight end. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give them a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And a really nice setup here to take a shot if they want. 3 receivers to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Dances away to buy time. Oh, he's got some space. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the third down.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. They'll run out of the gun. Here's Xavier Robinson. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. He'll get rid of it. Finds a man, and oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. Remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
What a great...
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Timeout Houston, their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Looking for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The Cougars are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They'll move the wide receiver. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. And he's in! Touchdown Sooners!
That's a great job of just trusting your offensive line to get it done, scoring the touchdown. An extra point's going to tie this thing up right before halftime. And after that run, I think they're going to feel more confident running it in the second half.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point is good. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone. It's Drake. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Grabbed in the middle, it's Walker. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
Back to throw, it's Wegman. Oh, they're after him! The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Content to run out the clock, the quarterback takes a knee. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, very few venues provide a better stage than Sun Bowl Stadium as we bring you this first half update of the Sun Bowl from El Paso. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the second half of the Sun Bowl.
And the Sooners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Houston offense once again. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Wegman. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The defense putting points on the board.
And that is a critical error by the quarterback at a critical juncture of the game, right, David? This thing's already close, and it's the smallest mistake that could make the difference. That pick six certainly hurts his team, but there's a lot of football left, a lot of time left. You've got to be resilient as a quarterback. You have to be able to turn the page and get back out and attack with confidence.
You made a mistake. You're exactly right. We got to flush this. We got to move on. Obviously, the crowd goes nuts. The fans are all into it. The other side's energized. Now you got to go get your head together. Go watch the clip, see what happened. What did I do wrong? You got to get out there and go fix it because you still got a chance to win this ball game.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. It'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. The short hands, it's Thomas. Makes to grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Neutral zone infraction, DK penalty.
So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. Using his legs, it's Hughes. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's Wegman. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Walker.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Hughes. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
To the air on 2nd down. Finds his man down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here. It's fourth down, and they can make a field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
And, man, a lot of times it's hard to outrun that blitz, and they bring pressure. They push him outside of the pocket. Nice job covering downfield. Nobody open. He can't find a place to go with the football, and this is exactly what you should do. Keep hunting. Keep chasing. They finally catch him. Get the big sack on fourth down.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Forced out of the pocket. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll give it to Robinson. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was second and long. They weren't expecting the run, so now we've got third and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, this offense going to try to run the ball again here.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third down, he drops to throw. Makes a catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wide receiver going in motion. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll run out of the gun here with Robinson. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Third and 6 yards to go. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Right on the money. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the change, but there is a man still down on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Robinson. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Harris. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
The crowd is going to tell you the result of this one. They are into it on this huge 3rd and 3. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They've been great on third down. Now to finish the deal on first and goal. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Timeout Houston, their second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Keeps it on the option. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. The Cougars are going to use their third and final timeout here. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. And here they come to give it another shot on third and goal from the 3. Trying to rumble in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
So now it's second and long. To the air, it's Wegman. Time to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Turns it loose deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand.